All right, so now we're going to look at parallel lines and slope. So lines that are on the same plane that do not intersect are parallel lines. So this means no matter how far they continue in both directions, they will never cross. So think of like a ladder or think of like railroad tracks. They never will meet. So non-vertical parallel lines have the same slope. All vertical lines are parallel. And that's because they're all undefined. So which lines are parallel and how do we know? So you can't tell, but this is the blue, this is the red, and this is the green. So what we do is we use this equation, y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So I'm going to call this my x1 and my y1, sorry. And this is going to be my x2 and my y2. Now it doesn't matter which point you choose as your x1 or y1. You just need to make sure that both, whatever the points are, both of them are used together as a set. So my 2's subscripts need to include this point. And you'll see what I mean over here. So we have m equals y2, which we said was -2, minus my y1, which we said was 2, over my x2, which was -4, minus my x1, which we said was -3. Now, minus a negative is the same as plus. So this gives me -2 minus 2 is -4 over -4 plus 3 is -1. And we can simplify this to say that it is positive because these two negatives cancel. And so I have 4 over 1. And you're going to want to keep it as that fraction because remember it's our rise over our run. So this is telling me I'm going to rise 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And I ran 1. So up 4 over 1. Sometimes they don't give you the graph, so it's important that you do know this equation. For my red line, we have to label it. So x1, y1, and x2, y2. So we have my y2 is -2 minus my y1, which is 3, over my x2, which is 0, minus my x1, which is 1. So -2 minus 3 is -5, and 0 minus 1 is -1, and these negatives cancel because -5 divided by -1 is positive, and negative divided by negative is always positive, so we get 5 over 1. So that means I rose 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and ran 1. For my green line, this is going to be my x2, my y2, x1, y1. So my y2 is -3 minus my y1, which is 1, over my x2, which is 3, minus my x1, which is 4. -3 minus 1 is -4. 3 minus 4 is -1. And that gives me 4 over 1. So that means I ran 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. I went over 1. So it says, which lines are parallel? So if they're parallel, they have the same slope. So my green and my blue have the same slope. So blue and green are parallel.